One thing I want to talk to you about before we let you go, obviously tragic news recently of Vinny Mitchell passing away after a motorcycle crash. You're obviously very close with Kevin Mitchell, who's working here for a time as well. Just wanted to get, your reflections, your memories of Vinny, if that's all right.
Yeah, so I knew Vinny since he was young, and obviously when I first started training Kevin, I think he was like 16, just won the junior ABAs, and he was brought up to the pro gym by a relation of mine, Frankie Sims, and he brought him up to me. He was just like a skinny kid and said, "Look, can you have a look at this kid? Can he train in here and do a little bit with the pros?" And that's how it came about. And he brought Vinny up with him. Vinny was only a young kid, 14 or whatever, 13, 14, and they both used to come up together and train then. So obviously knew Vinny since he was a kid. And obviously when I took Kevin back on later on in his career, Vinny come up the gym and used to do a bit of training alongside him and that. So yeah, I knew Vinny well, but it's such a tragic set of circumstances, to see Kevin lose his brother like that in tragic circumstances. And I know they was close, Kevin and Vinny. In fact, there was a whole close family, like Alice, the two sisters, they're all very close. So it's a terrible, tragic time for them, and I just pray for them that they can be strong and come through it.
How will you remember? Excuse me. How will you remember Vinny? Like, what type of personality was he?
Yeah, he was funny, Vinny. He was always taking a piss out of Kevin. That's how I remember him. He was always giving Kevin stick. Whatever Kevin said, that he opened his mouth, Vinny had given him stick. But Vinny was a good little fighter in his own right. He had a good little pro record, and he always followed Kevin to every fight, always worried about him. That's the way I remember him, always worrying about what fights he took, and like a brother would. And he was a great fan of Kevin's as well.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tony.
No problem.